You're watching ISTV News. This is Panorama giving you the news. Let's see the top stories. MLA Laishom Ibomja forewarns a violent backlash if government tries to forcibly acquire more lane once again for expansion of Tidim Road. The news in detail. The second attempt of the state government to acquire more lane on both sides of the Tidim Road, formerly called National Highway 150, in the ongoing process of expanding it from Kaisampat Junction to Malom Bazar is going to become a big controversy that may, in most likelihood, turn violent. According to what the lane owners of both sides of the road said, the Department of Settlement and the PWD had conducted a survey in 2010 and drew markings of red and green on the private properties, buildings, etc. For those whose lane and buildings had been affected, compensation had paid off by the government, and the owners themselves demolished their own buildings as per the green mark, which was merged inside the line the government had marked. Now, if the government tries to acquire more lane by conducting a survey once again, the residents of both sides of the road cannot subscribe. If the government does not pay heed to the people's plea, they are ready to launch intense agitation.
Affected patadar since adukimatic emotional way, Sarkana Lamkakiba Matamdasu, Lebaki Pananabani, development in Kana, I call Pasayam Drabazu, Adum sacrifice to Nagaro, Natani, Ozit, Green Makaki, Henam Sanzelaga, Naunari construct of Hazariva, Yum Kaisinji, Amuka, Tuaibatarbati, some Nakalongi Prasasinje, Tamu Shopaki Matata, Amkena Tamu Kai, Habitu Oidore, Maramasina. Yenakan Kongjangama, Latanava, Marilenava, authority Amati, Sarkarna, Sindhu Haina, Mediagi Kutanga, Aina Hamzeri.
In this regard, Works Minister Dr. K. Ratan Kumar had clarified at a press meet yesterday that the government is not trying to acquire lane for the second time, but only taking up steps to reserve backspace as per the IMC bylaws. Meanwhile, MLA of Kaisamtong Assembly constituency, Laisom Ibomcha, has strongly reacted, saying that the bylaws of the IMC need to be implemented first at Pauna Bazar and Thangal Bazar. While the bylaws are not enforced in such important areas, why the same should be enforced on the Tidim Road, he asks. If one is to go by the rules, then there is a hard and fast rule that space of 15 meters must be left on both sides of the national highway. If the government has to keep the rule, then even the Raj Bhavan and the CM's official bungalow will be badly affected. Unreasonably, attempt to acquire more lane should not be made at all. If the government tries to forcibly acquire more lane with an attitude that it has the power to do whatever it wants, there could be a violent backlash from the people, MLA Ibomcha forewarned.
Kutar Kakuliki, Abu Sanam Madu to Harmagadi, Bear Group, Yana Cabes and Piram with them. Natragadi, Madu, implement of the Awabum Bogini, Masi, the Sarkana, Kumna Kanaraga, Kogi, Padara single put the meeting to Winaraga, the Wodomni, Aduga Koi, you don't listen to what you talk to me, Aduka, and the Kandola Tennessee Wawa, Yam Life Kibusi, I could ignore the root of me, Masi Malamoiduna. Don't give us Suga Yaroi, Green Martini, and then the Lowy Yaroi, Lowy Haradi, Anova, Order Toga, Lady Aquarium to the Madu, Anova Sagaliva, building Yahweh, Asambagi, Manunga, Manuja, Wapam, and Masiam seriously, we see not all.
It is true that expansion of the road is necessary considering the ever-increasing population. But hardly before the people of both sides of Tidim Road have completed reconstruction of their homes and their shops after demolishing, when the government had a new survey conducted and placed new marking, the people have been provoked to a great extent. Before the issue gets out of hand and turns real ugly, the government and the residents had better sat down together and thrash out the differences to bring an amicable solution. 2 parents have disappeared after admitting their newborn baby boy at the Raj's Medicity with a complaint that the baby was having difficulty in breathing. They had provided false address and phone number to the hospital reception. Speaking to the ISTV News, media advisor of Raj's Medicity, Ketrimayum Dinesh, said the baby was born on June 6 at the public hospital as a premature birth, and the parents had admitted him at the Raj's Medicity after complaining that the baby was having problem in breathing. The baby was to be discharged on June 7 as he regained his normal condition after the doctors at the hospital worked hard taking care of him, but his parents had fled the hospital. At the time of the child's admission, the parents had entered their name as Abdul Rashid and Resma respectively, residents of Utlay Pokpi of Sangayumpam, Thawal district. But they could not be contacted as they had provided the hospital authority with fake phone numbers. So the hospital has filed a case at the Imphal police station. The hospital will take up necessary action if the parents do not claim their child, he added. Normal classes cannot be conducted at the Maharaja Bodhachandra College, Pallets compound, due to the flooding of the college campus as a result of the state government's failure to pay heed to the plea of the students and the college management on the condition of the college. Principal of Maharaja Bodhachandra College, T.H. Manihar, said the college is facing problems in holding the 4th semester examination conducted by the Manipur University. He further lamented that earth banking has not been done on the campus of the college since 1990, and the foundation of the college has not been elevated till today, while the houses and the roads in the surrounding areas have become higher in the ground level. So when there is little rain, the college campus and all the classroom, including the principal's office, get flooded. Even if the government is trying hard to promote education in Manipur, such negligence on part of the government will hamper the education system in the state, he added. Now to national and international news. Amid reports that Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government wants to replace governors appointed by its predecessor, Uttar Pradesh Governor B.L. Joshi has resigned. West Bengal Governor M.K. Narayanan is likely to quit tomorrow, say sources, and more governors are in the line. Joshi's tenure was to end next month, while Narayanan's term is till January next year. Their exit could portend more resignations by UP-appointed governors who are believed to be under pressure after the new BJP government took over last month. Sources say the governors of Karnataka, Assam and Rajasthan have showed appointments with President Pranab Mukherjee. Feelers from the government were reportedly sent to Kerala Governor Sheila Dikshit, who has allegedly refused to quit. Dikshit, a former 3-time Chief Minister, was made Kerala Governor in March after she led the Congress to a humiliating defeat in December's state election in Delhi, which showed the Congress being decimated after 15 years in power. Sources say she could be shifted to a smaller state. In their place, I would have resigned, Home Minister Rajnath Singh told reporters. B.L. Joshi was among 7 governors seen as out-and-out UP appointees whose terms end in 6 months or less. A cache of alleged corruption against J. Jayalalitha, the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister, can resume trial in a court in Bangalore, the Supreme Court said today. In May, the top court had stopped the trial till June 6 based on a petition by the Chief Minister which said that there was confusion over the ownership of properties attributed to her. The stay was extended till June 16. It had yesterday come up for hearing before a vacation bench of Justices Bikramajit Sen and Sivakirti Singh. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's lawyer wanted the court to continue the stay till she filed a reply in the trial court. The Supreme Court, however, rejected the argument. A series of rapes and killings are forging a reputation of a failed state for Uttar Pradesh, but its Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav has said, "Critics are making me more strong and they think I'm going to lose. No, I'm going to be strong and I will work more hard. In a good way, I will improve." The 40-year-old remarks were met to news agency AFP as Home Minister Rajnath Singh announced he was closely monitoring the prevailing law and order situation after another gang rape and the fatal shooting of 2 policemen were reported in the troubled state. Because UP is a big state politically, it is a very strong state and critics don't want to see a young Chief Minister here. They think let's damage him, Mr. Yadav said at his residence in Lucknow. Since he became India's youngest Chief Minister 2 years ago, Yadav has struggled to shake off the impression that he is merely doing the bidding of his powerful father Mulayam Singh Yadav, who is chief of the Samajwadi Party. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's office has put on hold appointments of private secretaries to ministers including Home Minister Rajnath Singh and Human Resource Development Minister Smriti Irani. Sources say the Prime Minister's office is debating whether to retain staff that have worked for ministers in the previous Congress-led regime and will clear these appointments only after scrutiny. The decision is likely to impact at least 8 ministers. Rajnath Singh reportedly wanted Alok Singh, an IPS officer from Uttar Pradesh, as his personal secretary. Mr. Singh had previously worked for former External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid. Smriti Irani, Venkaiah Naidu, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Kiren Rijiju and Nazma Heptalu may also have to let go of their personal secretaries if the government decides against retaining officials who worked for the previous regime. A minister's personal staff has direct access to important files and policy decisions of the government. Days ahead of the budget being presented, the Railway Board has recommended a hike in rail fares. Railway Minister Sadananda Gowda will meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi before taking a final decision. Government sources say that the Prime Minister is against a sharp rise in passenger rail fares. However, sources say that the Prime Minister's office has been told that the hike is inevitable for both passenger and freight fares. Government sources say that the Prime Minister is reluctant to increase passenger fares of sleeper class but may agree to hike AC first class and second class fares. Sources say a marginal increase in freight fares is expected of up to 5%. The UPA government had left passenger fares unchanged in the interim railway budget in February ahead of the general elections, presenting a vote on account, leaving the difficult job of managing the national transporters' weak finances to the next government. Railways had announced hike on May 16 in both passengers' fares and freight rates by 14.2% and 6.5% respectively from May 20. However, the hike notification was put on hold later in the day, leaving the decision to the next railway minister. Preparations are in full swing in Ambikapur to build first of its kind road in the state using plastic. For this purpose, Municipal Corporation and Surguja District Administration have come together to collect wasteful plastic items from houses and use it in the construction of this road. According to a report in a newspaper, over 3 quintals of plastic granules have been prepaid from West Plastic till now. Using this, a 400-meter trial road will be made in Ambikapur's Bakwanpur area, which will become a model for other states mulling to construct plastic roads. For Ambikapur, the initiative was taken by Collector Ritu Sen. The reason behind the move is to make the city plastic-free and use its benefits for making stronger and sturdier roads. A farmer's son in Rustampur village in Uttar Pradesh took experts by surprise when he innovated a cooler and fridge in an earthen pot. According to a report in a newspaper, Kamlesh Maurya, a mechanical engineering student, used an earthen pot and a few other electronic equipment to devise a handy fridge and cooler which cost him merely rupees 800. It operates using solar energy. The idea stems for his dream to give poor people a comfortable life just as urban India, but at an affordable price, he says. A 5-watt solar plate used in the setup provides energy to the fridge and cooler to function. Small earthen glasses with holes in it are fitted inside the pot. A DC pipe helps in circulating water. Apart from this, Kamlesh has used a 6-watt motor which helps in the movement of the cooler's fan that is attached on one side of the pot. He has installed a filter also which helps get purified water. Kamlesh knows that his model is used commercially. It will be almost impossible for Iraq to return to how it was before recent sweeping gains by jihadist fighters from the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant ISIL, the Prime Minister of Kurdistan region warned today. Neturban Barjani told the BBC it would be difficult to find a resolution with Iraqi Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki in power and recommended an autonomous region for Sunnis as a potential solution. Well, that's all we have for now, but before we wind up, let's have a quick look at the top stories once more. Emily Laisomi Bomcha forewarns a violent backlash if government tries to forcibly acquire more land once again for expansion of Tidim Road. Thanks for watching the news, and for more updates, please stay tuned.